Good evening and welcome to this your Monday edition of the HGP Sportscast. We tell you now that an overseas-based Buxtonian gives back to his community sports equipment and starts a new initiative with youths in the community. Here are details. An avid tennis player for more than 15 years, 64-year-old Kenneth Wilkinson, returned home to visit and donated several tennis rackets, balls, and net to the Buxton youth developers to commence a tennis program there that can be played on sand. The presentation was done on Saturday at the BYD facility.
Seriously, I'm sure that the Tennis Association of Guyana, backing Mr. Phillips, will continue this game and probably launch the game further in other parts of the country. So on behalf of myself and other friends in Brooklyn, New York, I would like to present these equipment to Mr. Phillips.
Founder of the BYD, Robin Phillips, expressed gratitude for the initiative by Wilkinson and his overseas friends.
On behalf of the Buxton youth developers, I would like to say thanks to my friend and family and colleague, Kenneth Wilkinson this afternoon for this great donation that he has made to the Buxton youth developers.
Wilkinson held a short stint with the youths present to edify them about the basics of tennis. After his brief demonstration with the more than excited youths, this was his review.
Mr. Wilkinson, you've had your short stint. How you felt after your interaction with the children?
I've seen that there is a lot of promise in most of the kids. And I think that as long as they get the opportunity to further their ability, it's going to be successful and they can take this sport to the highest level possible.
Wilkinson is hopeful that the program will grow and extend along the East Coast corridor and become an affiliate of the Guyana Tennis Association. The 5th edition of the Boys and Jeffers Track and Field Classic was launched today in the boardroom of the Sleeping Hotel on Brickdam. The event is scheduled to run off in August. We have the details. Today, Colin Boyce and Edison Jefford launched the 5th edition of the Boys and Jefford Track and Field Meet, which is set to run off August 16th and 17th at the Mackenzie Sports Club ground. Several major sponsors are on board in support of the event. Answer McCall, Smalta brand manager, Annette Hines, alluded to the growth and potential of the tournament.
Answer McCall has always prided itself on helping to establish and the growth and development of sports in Guyana and throughout the Caribbean for our athletes in any form or in any arena of sport, to encourage them and to help them to grow and develop their skills, and track and field is no different. What we've decided to do is come back on board because we've seen, as Gavin previously mentioned, we have seen the growth of this event and we know the potential that it has. It is my hope that one day, someday, it will be big as champs in Jamaica and we will see athletes coming out in their hundreds and supporters coming out in their thousands to support this event. That is our hope because as it has been said, there is great potential.
Digicel's event and sponsorship manager, Gavin Hope, said his company will continue to support the venture made for Linden.
I've seen over the last 4 years that the track meet has grown significantly. We have seen a lot of Caribbean athletes coming and participating in this meet. We are part of this project because, like I said, we would have seen the growth and the level of participation has increased over the years, and we will continue to support this venture, especially once the growth continues at the level that it has.
The event is a fitting distraction from the ills of society for youths and meets the company's value and excellence, according to contract manager of Wartsilla, Aaron Fraser.
Excellent idea to fill the void of the absence of a marquee track and field event in Guyana. It didn't take us long to come on board. And what we've observed over the last couple of years is that the event continues to grow in stature, and it's an event that we are happy to be associated with. In some regards, it mirrors some of our company values of excitement, energy, and excellence. The real people that benefit from these ventures are the athletes. It's a good distraction from all the other ills that we have in society.
Chairman of the Boys and Jeffers Committee, Colin Boyce himself, noted that the track and field event graduated to now offer prizes to teams instead of individuals.
We intend this year to make it a little more competitive, to award prizes first to fourth, starting with $600,000, that's an increase of $100,000 for the first prize, $400,000 second prize, $250,000 for the third, and $150,000 for the fourth place. $1 million to be awarded for the clubs.
The teams will be vying for some $1.5 million in cash prizes and trophies, while individual winners from first to third will receive $50,000, $30,000, and $20,000 respectively with trophies. The champion male and female will walk away with $50,000 and trophy each. Admission to the ground is $500. In sports from the region, we tell you that the Amazon Warriors suffered their first defeat at the hands of defending champions Tallawahs in the CPL tournament at the National Stadium last evening. Here is more. Guyana Amazon Warriors suffered their first defeat of the CPL 2014 when they fell 4 runs short of their winning target against Jamaica Tallawahs last night at the Providence Stadium. Needing more than 9 and over in the last 5 overs, the Warriors failed to produce the big shots and hit just 3 boundaries in that period. In their 4th game of the tournament, Warriors opted for a new opening combination, pushing Jimmy Nisham up the order in place of Martin Guptel. Nisham made a run of ball 16 in an opening partnership of 41, but the focus of scoring was clearly on Lyndon Simmons. Ramdin and Simmons kept the chase on, largely by rotating the strike, after losing the wickets of Nisham and Mohamed Hafiz. The pair hit just 4 boundaries during their 78-run stand, but kept the team within range of the target. Warriors began the 16th over needing 48 of 30, but the equation grew difficult quickly as Simmons and Ramdin were kept in check. The target in the last 2 overs came down to 26, but the Warriors' chase suffered a scare when Ramdin's top edge pulled off a full toss from Jermaine Taylor, struck him on the grill and forced him off the field. Christopher Barnwell smacked the first ball he faced for 6, making the equation 11 of the last 6, but neither Barnwell nor Simmons, who batted for 66 or 59 balls, could find a boundary. Although he remained wicketless, Daniel Vittori was the best bowler for Tallawahs, conceding 15 runs in his 4 overs. He bowled tight overs at the start of this chase and at the end when the Warriors were desperate for a push. Yet again, there was evidence in the Warriors camp that they were unable to make proper use of the resources at hand. Barnwell was again forced to sit in the pavilion when his lusty and accurate hitting was needed in the middle. It took the slight injury to Ramdin to bring him to the wicket for a first ball 6, but alas, it was too late once again. The Tallawahs innings was steered by a 42-ball 53 from Chadwick Walton before Adam Vokes, 48 of 43, lifted the score in the last few overs. Walton added an opening stand of 49 runs with Chris Gale and then played a steady hand with Vokes after 2 wickets fell. Once Walton was dismissed in the 16th over, Vokes took charge at the crease and along with Andre Russell, took 40 runs off the last 4 overs. 3 wickets in the final overs, including 2 in 2 balls from Nisham, kept the Tallawahs innings too short of the 150-run mark. And that's your sportscast for this evening. I'm Sean Embrat. Do join me here tomorrow Tuesday when we bring you more of sport in action. Do have an enjoyable evening. Good night.